Hiya, it's Amanda here from Lolli Lulu Crafts, and today I have a new Erin Condren planner. I know I'm a little bit late, but I wasn't originally going to be using the Erin Condren, and also with everything that I've been doing, which I have said a load of times I will share with you, but with everything that I've been doing, to be honest, I just lost track of time, and what I was going to use I hadn't sorted out in time, so I decided, right, let's just go ahead, get the Erin Condren. I really love it, so it's not that I don't love it. So I thought, yeah, let's just go ahead. So it arrived this morning. I've literally, all I've done is slice open the bottom here and took out the private papers, you know, with the invoice and stuff that have my address on. Okay, so let's take a peek. So as always, it comes beautifully wrapped. It just makes it feel like a real present when it arrives. Okay, so I'm going to start with the main event, as it were, which is the actual planner. And I have gone here for the rose gold coil and this gorgeous floral cover, but I've got a lot of covers, so I tend to change them a lot anyway, but I just thought, I've had the gold coil before, I've had the silver coils, and so I thought let's just go for the rose gold. It matches my phone because I've got a rose gold phone, so I thought, yeah, let's go for it. And it's really pretty actually, the cover as well. You can see there's like the foiling in there on the flower, and then obviously I've got my name on the front here, but you've got all this, and obviously you get your ruler. Now this ruler's got protective film on it, so let's just, there we go, because it makes it kind of blue. There we go. So this one has got the sort of circular pattern on it. So I've had the ones with the dots before and everything. To be honest, even the very first one that I had is still going strong. I think it's probably got one that has just bent a bit, but actually it still works really, really well. So I've got no problem with the rulers, so I'm going really good with those. And certainly the covers now, they're removable, they come on and off really well, and again, no issues with that, none breaking or anything. What I noticed this time is the coil is a lot bigger, which was a problem for me before, that the coil was just the size it was. Not a problem, but it was just a little bit fat. Once I put my, you know, once you start sticking stuff to the pages, which I think a lot of us do, we kind of decorate the pages, and once you do that, you suddenly have a page that's almost like 3 pages thick, because you've got some on the front that you've stuck, then obviously the page itself, and then stuff on the back, and then you do that all the way through, and suddenly your planner is really much thicker. Okay, so this is the inside. Now it's got this little pouch, we'll have a look at that in a minute. And then I went for the coloured inside, so that I just love colour, so I just went for that. And oh, you can now write on this, so there's now like a section here. You could use a dry erase pen and just make notes. She actually sells those. I didn't bother buying any because I probably wouldn't write on it anyway. And then you've got this lovely vellum, very heavy vellum insert here, and it almost looks like it's been coloured in by hand. You can see the sort of, it looks like it's been pencil drawn and then coloured in. It's really cool. I love that. Looks really pretty. And then you've got the front page. Then you've got some more sort of, this one's just some nice sentiments and stuff with, again, that same pattern. I love that. It's so colourful. And then your full year for that's the last part of 2016 all the way through to the end of 2017. So your year at a glance. Just show you up close. My lights are so strong that when I get up close it gets a bit bright for you. But there we go. And then you've got here, I think that must be like monthly goals or whatever. I don't usually bother with stuff like that, it's not my bag, but you could use it for, I don't know, birthdays. You could put the month in and write any particular anniversaries or birthdays that you wanted to keep, anything like that. It doesn't have to just be like a goals. And then you've got that repeated, so that looks like that's an error. those 2 pages there are the same, so that's, I will rip out because they're not meant to be there. So then we've got to the months, and we're starting obviously with January, even though we are in February, it has obviously got January in here. At the beginning of each month we have a page that has a coloured page in my case, because obviously I've got the coloured option, and it has an inspirational quote. So here's January, and say for example February, etc. March. And then the first thing that you've got is your month page here. So you've got the whole month on 2 pages, which is great. I find this really helpful when I use mine for the blogging and working out my videos and stuff. So what I do here is I plan out what I'm going to be posting and put it in, and it gives you a really good overview, because I can then see, you know, how it falls together. And you know, I know it might look like I just throw it together sometimes, but I do try to make sure that it's planned out. There is a down the side here, a goals and to-dos sort of section that you can fill in. I tend to not use that so much, just because for this side of it and what I think I might be doing, I've got a whole one of their larger books, just a notebook, which has got different sections in it that I've created, but one of the sections is videos, and so I write in there just a one-liner of an idea of what ideas that I want to do in the future, and then if I'm stuck any point or just want to see where I'm at with things, I'll have a look at that and, you know, put some of those in here. So I tend to just use that maybe just for a few jottings. You'll find the monthly ones where the tab is, so whenever you want to find the monthly page, you just find the tab, open it up, and it's behind that tab. So that doesn't always fall in 100% where the month starts and ends, and I'll show you that in a minute. This is the new sort of version of the page now, so although I've had the vertical layout, again this time there's no sort of morning, afternoon, evening in these sections. I like the vertical layout. I don't want times or anything that's not suitable for me, so that's fine. We've now got like this watercolour paint effect across the top. You've also got your thought for the day or thought for the week or whatever, and then you've got notes and notes along the bottom here. Now I know a lot of people do a lot of decoration in these sections, but I actually scroll on a lot of mine, and really, although it ends up looking colourful and stuff, but I don't tend to decorate it so much as, you know, I've got coloured stickers, say a little banner sticker that has, say, edit, and then underneath I'll write what I'm planning on editing, or I'll have a tiny little round sticker that's an envelope which is telling me it's an email, and then I'll put next to it who I want to email and why, or, you know, lots of things like that. So it ends up looking really colourful and fun, but it's not specifically I decorate the week and then I go ahead and fill it in as and when. So these sections, sometimes they end up with just pretty stuff on, but usually I actually end up scrolling all over them, just notes and things to take forward, or just for the week, just additional comments and things. So then that's your January. At the end of each month, or the beginning of the month, whichever way you want, because it's actually in the colour for February, but you've got your notes page there, so you can make use of that, and then you've got your month again. But here you'll see, this is what I mean about they slot it in as best they can, but here you'll see, look, here's 2 days that are in the blue for January, and then it's kind of merged together there, which is really cool, nice blending there. And then the first day of this week, that is February, is actually the Wednesday, but you know, that doesn't bother me. I prefer it to start on a specific day of the week so I can see the whole week, rather than, oh, this is the month and then it starts on the Wednesday, and I just like, oh, no, I need to know a week at a time. So that works better for me anyway. So February is your lovely sort of reds, but they're much softer tones this year, I'm noticing so far. Now we've got March in this beautiful green. I won't sort of go into the details of each specific quote, etc., because I don't think you need me to read them all out to you. Like, you spoil the fun if you get one yourself. So you've got this beautiful green for March, and then into a lovely lavender lilac colour for April. And again, look, you see, you've got quite a lot of the rest of March before we get to April in this one. So you can just see how the watercolour's done, and it kind of comes down between. So it just looks really effective. I think that looks really pretty. And then this beautiful peach, a lovely, lovely peach colour for May. And actually that's really bringing out the lovely coil colour. Let me just take you down so you can really see that. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? You can really see how that coil is such a lovely colour. I think that just really makes it come to life, having that colour there, because sometimes on the camera you don't always see it as it is, but that looks to me like it does to my eye, and it's a really nice colour, and I really like that coil. I just thought it'd be different to have that. Okay, so then you've got your March, and actually onto June, so that's a bit stronger. It looks a little bit more emerald than, it looks a little bit more forest in the camera light, but yeah. Is your June weekly one, and then July, lovely sort of kind of, I was going to say navy, but it's more I can't think of the name of the blue, but anyway, it's a sort of softer blue than navy. Very nice. It's got slightly more purpley hue. You can see where it softens down here. Start with the dark and go down. You can see it's slightly more sort of lavender tone there, and then a beautiful gold yellow for August. Which is just perfect, isn't it? You can see all the fields. Just looking at that there, it makes you think of golden wheat fields, doesn't it? Well, it does me, but maybe that's just me. And again, even though it's yellow and sort of quite a strong yellow, really, it's still soft as well. It's sort of more muted than perhaps we've seen in the past. Now we've got September. We've got that sort of more autumnal sort of lilac purple colour. If you compare it, say, to April here, which is definitely very purple, it's a different sort of tone, and it's really nice. So then there's your weekly page, and then October we've got a very gold colour, again different, sort of more orangey gold. You can see it's quite strong at the top there. And there's our weekly October page. And then November, oh, a lovely, lovely blue there. And doesn't that look nice, the way it's blended there? And then obviously our weekly page. And then to December, a very strange, unusual colour. I like that, actually. It's a lovely limey green. And there it goes. I think this is really nice. And then at the end, after, so it actually happens to end at the end of the week, December. And we got there we go. And then you finish off with a couple of notes page. It has the notes tab there, and you've got that in lined paper here. And then you've got some squared paper with that pattern at the top. I don't know if you can catch that. There we go. Which would be fun to colour in like they did. And so you've got a few sheets like that, and then you've got some sheets that are plain but with a coloured top, which is very pretty, that watercolour look. And then you've got your 2018 year and a little section to put some notes or anything in, and actually under each month there's a couple of lines as well, so I guess if you need to put any appointments or anything in there, that's quite helpful. And then there's a lovely bright page there, and then there's some stickers, and you've got here, let's have a look. So you've got day off, dentist, hair, game, a vote sticker, which is irrelevant really to us in the UK because it's an American version, and also it's already happened. Sale, Doctor Concert Party Mani Pedi Vacation. Personally, I prefer those blank. I would rather have all blank ones than have them put in, and I do wish that was something that she would do. I know there are blank ones in there, but I wish they were all blank because I really like the colours here, for example, but half of those are just not something I'm going to use. And the same with the birthday stickers. I can see that people might want to put the birthdays in there, but it's not something I do. So again, I personally would prefer these were all blank. And then finally, the last few pages, we've got the lovely pocket here, which looks like it's been very much improved in strength. It's got a really good strong, and I use that a lot actually for different things that I just shove in there, so it's really cool that it looks a lot stronger. And then you see here we've got the perpetual calendar, so if you're wanting to use birthdays you would probably put that in there anyway, potentially. Again, I don't personally use that, but I think it's kind of a cool idea to have. And then you've got another little pocket here on the back, which is really cool, and I love the colours of this. Then we've got the back cover, again somewhere to write if you want to, and then this beautiful sort of foiling on that cover. I'm hoping you can catch, oh there you go, you can just catch it in the thing because it's all around these flowers as well, and it goes so well with that. I think that's so pretty. So that's my actual planner. And then it had this little pocket. It's funny enough, I was thinking about ordering, I don't know if it was exactly the same, but I was thinking about ordering this little plastic wallet because I thought it would be really handy for exactly this, but then it ends up, and also I was going to order one of these bigger versions of these because I thought it'd be fun to try them, and actually it's come in there, so that it was, just wanted to see because I've got the smaller ones from before and I actually find them really handy, and I thought, oh, the larger one might be even better. So anyway, that's the little pouch, and then you've got this, as I said. Then we've got a little sample book of stickers, which is really cool. I thought so it's just those. It's very grateful for them. But it's just those two inner pages. So then we've got a voucher to have money off, and then we've got some of these little inspiration cards, and just explaining that it's a free gift, so that's kind of cool. And then a few bits of pieces that we got here. So I've got these little snap-in bookmarks. They're the same as idea as the where you just like the covers and you just kind of snap them into the ring, but you can then snap them so they're popping out. So if you want to bookmark a specific place, which I think is really helpful, because if you're like in the middle of a month and you want to find your page really quickly, I think that's really handy. And even if you have it down low, it will automatically fold open and come open at that page. So I had that, and I chose the one it's got that pattern in it again. Coincidentally, I didn't realise that was all on the inside of the planner. I don't know what this one's called, but I think it's watercolour. Then there was another colour, there was a neon set, I think it was called, that I really wanted. I love these bands, I use them all the time, and when I change my covers I change the band, and I just really like these colours. They're going to go with quite a few of the covers that I've already got. They don't, I think, particularly go with the one that's on there now, but I've got ones that would go with that anyway. But I just really like that, and I really like the neon ones, I think they were called, but they were out of stock unfortunately, but I think they're really pretty. And when you get these, do be careful to make sure you get the right size, because there's a regular size like this for your planners and stuff, but there's also large, which is for your really large booklets, so just make sure you don't get those because it'll be flopping around. Okay, so then I got some covers. So this was one that's kind of as it is. I didn't alter the colours. The only thing I adjusted was I added my name. And I just really like this. You know, guys, that I love turquoise and aquas and that sort of tones. My whole website is that colour. And I just thought that was so pretty. I loved that lace and stuff. So I decided to go and get that one. So that's you can alter it with your name. You can also add pictures on the back and everything, so that's pretty cool. And then it's just coincidence, wasn't it, really, that the inside was very similar, and I happened to order this. I don't know why, I just love all that colours. I just think it's so pretty, all that fun colour, and it's going to go with these, isn't it? Look at that. So that's going to be so pretty with that. Look at that. Perfect match. So I really like that. And again, with all of this, I'll list exactly which they are underneath this video, so you know exactly what I ordered, and if I've changed the colours, I'll put the colour combination down for you as well. So this one here, again, I think all of these three so far, I think, are standard colours. I don't think they can be changed. They have different options, but you can't choose. You can choose within the options, but you can't choose like between the millions of colours. This one you can have it so that it's a 2-colour one. I mean, obviously I say 2-colour, you pick 2 colours and then it shades them accordingly. So you have the background colour, and then if you said you had pink, it would do shades of that pink across there. But anyway, I will put specifically what they are for you. This one I thought was really pretty, with the gold, the rose gold. And that goes really nicely, actually, doesn't it? Obviously it would do, I guess, being the rose gold. And obviously, again, just be aware that anything metallic like that is extra cost. So having the rose gold as opposed to the silver coil or the gold, so the rose gold, the gold and the black coils are extra, as is anything with foiling on the covers. So just be noticing that. With this one, you couldn't put your name, you had to just put initials, so I obviously just went LLC for Lolli Lulu Crafts. And then this one was the one that I did completely change. This came, I think, in like they did it in like a aqua turquoisey, no, more like a jade green, but I just thought the pink was so, the great thing about, I've noticed that they've done now, is that when you change the colours, it actually, then you do preview, and it won't let you go ahead with the order unless you do the preview, and then it actually shows you what you've done. So, I mean, obviously it will change slightly according to your screen, but it does give you some idea, because sometimes I've got in my head that colour with that colour will look great, and then you put it on and you're like, whoa, that looks awful. So having this sort of new feature, well, certainly new to me, I haven't been on there for it yet, was really, really cool. Anyway, this I think was peony and ivory, which I think the ivory is really nice. It gives it like a ice cream sundae feel to it, whereas the white was just a little harsh for it. I mean, it's up to you, but I just thought it looked a little bit prettier with that. And then on the back, you've got that. So that is it for today's video, just showing you my new Erin Condren. I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at it with me. I have got a link, as often is the case with these, that will give you a discount if you use it. So if you're interested in getting an Erin Condren, just make sure you use the link and it will get you some money off. So that's all cool, and I'll put that all underneath this video, or if you want to go to the blog post that goes with it, then you can go over to there as well. Don't forget, in order to see all that information, if you're on YouTube, you need to click the show more on the paragraph that's below the video, because there's loads of info in there, and I know a lot of people don't realise that it's there. So just make sure you click on that, because you'll have all the links and all the information on there as well for you. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.